When I grew up in church, it is about women. Women Sunday school teachers, women prayer warriors, women serving in hospitality, everything the women folks do. But what about the men? God is about a movement that is different. He's calling men to rise up to their destiny, to take up their calling, to be what God calls us to be, to give loving leadership, so that in the home, in the church, in the marketplace, men everywhere will arise with a sense of destiny, a sense of commission. We are here to make a difference.
MiC Transform is one of MiC's key platforms that organizes periodic men's retreats called Breakthrough Weekends. The aim of Breakthrough Weekends is nothing less than life transformation.
Transformation begins with the heart cry, "Change me, Lord." It's just like Jacob when he was wrestling with the angel, and he cried out to the angel, "I will not let you go until you bless me."
Breakthrough Weekend was very good for me in the sense that it gave me an opportunity to steal away, to have quiet time and undisturbed time and dedicated time with the Lord, seeking Him in the company of His people.
I'm going through a period where I would say that having a spiritual flu, where I don't, you know you're sick, but you don't feel that sick. But you know that you're not tasting God the way that He tastes. There's a certain numbness in my life, and I'm really glad that somehow through the prayers, through the group time that we have, I'm actually cured of this flu. I begin to taste the Lord all anew, begin to desire Him all anew.
The Breakthrough Weekend is born out of a burden. It's a burden for authenticity, of coming before God and with one another to say, "God, would you make a breakthrough in our lives?" And we really believe when God breaks in and we break with, there is breakthrough. God breaks in His love, we encounter Him, and we break with the sin that holds us. We break with our past, and we come to break through in God's love and empowering.
MiC Equip is one of MiC's key platforms. This platform aims to equip every man in biblical wisdom and practical skills that they need for successful daily living.
Let's bring men back to where it really matters, their leadership in the home, in the marketplace, in the church, that we can rise as authentic men. This program is aimed at equipping men to do and make a difference in what they do, so that we can arise together to see male leadership, not the kind that dominates, but the kind that serves, making a difference where God puts us.
We're talking about manhood. We're talking about the struggles of growing up. We're talking about the struggles of stepping into all that God has for us, all that He would like us to become, and how we're going to do that.
Something is happening here. Many of us have taken on a journey to discover what is our identity, to talk about responsibility, and to fulfill our destiny as God has called us men.
MiC is a fantastic ministry where we can get together and discuss and address men's issue and how we can walk together in godly ways, and where we can uphold one another and encourage one another.
And it tells us that the problems that we are facing as men are not problems that we are facing in isolation. All of us face the same problems, and when you see that in a setting like this, you realize that you are not alone.
The timing for Men Covenant Ministry is very good because it's just once a month, first Saturday of the month, and it's early in the morning, so it doesn't take us away from family time.
Okay, the goal is to have men connect, to meet together, and to discuss their lives and take their journey to authentic manhood. All over Asia, as I've traveled and worked with the men, I've seen this happening time and time again. Today we have resources that did not exist 20 years ago, and the men are effectively using these resources to bring about transformation in their lives.
MiC Reach is one of the most vital outworking of MIC's Transform and Equip platforms. We believe that every man transformed and equipped must find his outworking in outreach, because this is the very heartbeat of God.
MIC Reach is about reaching out. MIC Reach has to do with helping our men in the MIC movement with us learn how to reach out to their fellow men by meeting them in the context of where they are in their daily lives. Their struggles with power, their struggles with money, their struggles with position and authority, and so on and so forth. In meeting them in their felt needs, we can help them present their real need, which is Jesus Christ.
Okay, the bunch of people I've invited are mainly my staff. So I told them that, look, you know, there's this conference that's coming up, and I give them each a ticket in the meeting. So by inviting them together, they know that they are not coming to church with me alone, but they have a bunch of people who are so-called, they know who is coming and they are very comfortable. And I was very surprised that among us we are able to talk such things, because we don't really share that much in the office other than work, but we are talking about issues with relationships, family, and how to get to know our wives better.
Yeah, my name is Terry. Yeah, I was invited by my boss to attend this. This is the first time I've come to this seminar or this church. I find it's very relevant and touching about what like a servant, which I never come across in that way. I don't look at it that way, you see. So that is a kind of like something that's very striking to me and impressed me in my heart.
And in Singapore, one thing I've observed is the lack of depth in friendship between men. And because I've been able to get that depth and authenticity from the men in Covenant, I'm able to then use this to reach out to other men outside the church.
We are not called to a ghetto. We are not called to a men's fellowship where we come, pat each other on the back and say we have done well, let's move on. It's an ego-stroking thing. We are called as fishers of men. Jesus said, follow me and I will make you fishers of men. And when you come with that kind of faith, men reaching men, we will see a restoration of leadership, because God has called men to it. But it's a loving leadership that will make a difference in the society we live in, because we are reaching out with the love and the power of Jesus to transform the lives of men.